Right.
What's up?
Waiting for everybody to join.
Today's another great day for grading.
Great day. Eat Clean Bro representing.
Eat Clean Bro. Chinchillas. Thank you to Zan Men's for that.
Yes. Oh,
Right?
am I on the right? I better be on the
Are
right
you on
live.
Randy Frankel's live?
I don't know. No, I'm on the Revolutionize.
We were
thank
almost on the
goodness.
Randy Rev podcast, which
Thank
would have been
goodness.
where everybody wanted to be.
Oh my goodness. Hi everybody. Happy New Year. Welcome. Yo,
What's
you.
up?
It's the Grump.
Oh, we'll be seeing you soon.
We're seeing you tomorrow, Mike. Welcome everybody. Happy New Year. I hope that 2021 is a kick-ass
Merry
year for
New
you guys.
Year. I hope nothing of any interest happens this year.
It's going to be a wonderful year.
It will.
It's already a wonderful year.
There has been nothing happening, nothing to happen. There'll be nothing to talk about but
Nothing to talk
macros
about.
and food and goodness.
Exactly. So today we are talking about meal prep because this is a common question that we are getting from all of our members and just individuals in general.
And I think it's a good thing to talk about any time of the year, but obviously we all like to use certain days, whether it's a Monday or the Monday of all Mondays.
Monday of all Mondays.
Which is what people call this Monday.
This Monday.
That's
So
what I call it anyway.
we're going to share with you meal prep tips, just advice, general advice that you should know about meal prep. And also a lot of individuals are inquiring about meal prep companies. So what to look for in a meal prep company. Obviously, we work with Eat Clean Bro. If you use Eat Clean Bro, we do have a promo link with them, www.eatcleanbro.com/rev. All you have to do is add /rev to the website and you'll get a discount applied at checkout. But what to look for even in a meal prep company like Eat Clean Bro when you're really trying to be on point with your macronutrients, be on point with tracking your calories, and be on point with hitting your specific goals, whether it's fat loss, muscle gain, performance, and so forth.
And, you know, we always say these are super important. Hey, Marta.
Hi, guys.
These are super important no matter what your goals are. But I always say, you know, if you're someone like me looking to lose all the fat I have, which is quite a bit, do you maybe need to worry about each and every little... No, maybe not. But if you're looking to, you know, someone stepping on stage for prep, someone losing those last 3 to 4 pounds, or someone who's just stuck and can't figure out what's wrong, this is where those tips are going to really help you out.
100%. So we're going to be going everything from...
Is that appropriate? Is that allowed?
That's allowed. Meal prep tips.
Princess Michelle.
We're going to be talking also about the hot topic of net carbs, which is really, honestly, pissing me off lately.
You're my hot topic.
So I'm going to be discussing that and just once again touching on the New Year's resolutions and things that we're seeing right now that are going very, very wrong for a lot of hardcore New Year's resolutioners that are going a little bit too hard out the gate just to make sure everybody's in good health and whatnot.
And we'll try and go on some things people are doing well.
Yes, and in addition, we always open the comments to Q&A. So if you guys have questions, please drop it in the comments. We are happy to discuss it.
It's always, you remember those old cartoons where it's like those, you know, the dentist office that has, be like the good boy and the bad boy. So if you're doing good in your New Year's resolution, you'll be like a Randy. You don't want to be like a Michelle. Let's all learn to be like Randy's this year.
This day so much. Oh, God, if only you guys knew what was going on 5 minutes ago before we started.
Lots of amazingness and me being perfect as always.
Read my facial expressions. So, meal prep
Showbiz.
tips. The show must go on. So, meal prep tips. Let's begin with number one,
I
shall
crack
we?
myself up, internet.
Yes, he does. Meal prep tip number one.
Oh.
If this is new for you, start small and don't overwhelm yourself. Meal prep when you're first starting off can be overwhelming when you're meal prepping, planning ahead of time and so forth. You don't have to overcomplicate things, and through trial and error, you're going to really see what meals you feel you should prep and which meals you can kind of make on the fly. And in addition, you're going to learn some tricks to speed things up to alleviate some stress and make things easier for yourself too.
And everybody's different. You know, I always say some people like to use the meal prep companies maybe just for their proteins, or other people feel they just need them just for their carbs. Like, you know, some people like, I want every single meal prepped and ready to go. I don't want to think.
Yeah.
So everybody's a little different. You know, like some people are just like, I can cook my rice in the microwave, whatever, but I need my proteins ready to go.
And we know I'm the laziest prepper you'll ever meet, so basically everything I make is in the microwave. Steamer bags.
It's true. Sometimes she doesn't even cook it, just eats it raw.
Raw eggs with the shell and everything.
I've seen it. She actually chews the carton.
Cardboard has a lot of fiber in it.
It does. The chinchilla's
It's
great.
good for my digestive
You and the
tract.
chinchillas both love cardboard.
We do. Step 2, organize. Create your shopping list and plan ahead of time. Use Tupperware. So some people like to invest in really heavy duty Tupperware that they'll wash and clean and take good care of. Others like the cheap Tupperware that they
throw out each week.
throw out. Yeah, so
And neither's wrong, neither's right. Just whatever works.
What works for you. So you kind of have to individualize it to what your kind of lifestyle
this is. One of those areas. A lot of meal prep comes down to being self-aware. Who are you? Are you someone who's going to wash your Tupperware every week?
Yes. And if you're not, throw it out.
Throw it out.
And in addition, make sure you have everything at home that you need for tracking. For instance, I just got a message, and she's probably listening right now, from one of my clients who went to go measure her chicken today, and her food scale broke. So make sure, of course, make sure that you have a working food scale, measuring cups and spoons, anything that you feel can make prep easier. Crock pots, ninjas, the ninja bullets, like all of those, whatever you think is going to be best for you.
But I also feel like if you're new to meal prepping, maybe don't go buy it all at once. See what you do at home with what you have for the week, and see what you struggle with.
Exactly.
Because you may find you have. And listen, I'm not going to put the ninja industry out of business, but like you may find you don't need everything.
I'm a ninja. I'm a karate chop your jugular.
I am a ninja of happiness. I just spread love and joy wherever I go. Like a ninja, go happiness, joy, wonderness,
shit everywhere. You. The next, keep a well-stocked.
Was that happiness or
no?
It's like anime. If you don't yell out what you're doing, it doesn't count.
That was aggravation.
We got to do aggravation.
I'm so sorry, everybody. Happy New Year. Keep a well-stocked pantry and freezer with easy, accessible food. So if you can't get to the supermarket, you go, I have things in the pantry and the freezer I can use.
Well, it's always good to find what is your. Like we all have our lazy comfort meals for regular life.
Like my baked potato.
Yes. But like, what are your lazy comfort meals for prep? I actually saw someone, I think it was actually Robbie Guns making a little meal for prep. It's like one of my old meals I would like. It was just fucking white rice and some flavored tuna on it. I'm like, that looks so easy.
Oh my God. You know what my meal last night was? I was short on carbs and fat. I just put a baked potato in the microwave and then threw some cheese on it. It's great.
Well, normally we're more talking, but yes, that was amazing. But it could be like, hey, you like your egg whites over rice? Cool. Boom.
Easy.
Boom. Or your cauliflower.
My rice cauliflower.
It's the easiest meal you've ever seen.
Boom. So keep things such as like canned chicken, canned tuna, beans, protein pastas, or like the edamame pastas are great.
Hope you're feeling good, Alan.
Hi, Alan. Hope you're feeling better. Rice, all your baking essentials, and then in the freezer, frozen veggies, frozen fish, frozen shrimp, frozen protein waffles. You can make protein waffles and pancakes in advance. Pop those in the freezer.
Frozen hearts, livers, Dexter's.
Frozen seagulls.
Elsa's.
Chicken and beef.
Chicken and
so
beef.
you can keep all this stuff frozen as well. Always have that as backup. My little trick that I'm going to tell you guys right now is if you're baking things, put tin foil on the sheet.
Not in the microwave.
Not in the microwave. If you just tin foil your
hats either.
You tin foil your baking sheet, you don't even have to wash the baking sheet. You literally just crumble up the tin foil.
But I guess a tin foil mask would work just fine, actually.
Tin foil mask?
Yeah, like if you don't have a cloth mask to go out.
What are your thoughts on a tin foil mask? Let us know.
I feel like it's pretty badass. I look like a little knight walking around every day.
Tin foil for easy cleanup.
The heroic COVID night.
Can everybody kill him for me? Spices.
That's actually a good meme I had for that.
Spices. Keep spice on hand. Condiments such as different types of mustards, different types of hot sauces to flavor up your meals and keep things interesting. Keep them spicy.
I literally have next to the bed a can of crushed red pepper. You never know.
And garlic salt.
And garlic salt.
Garlic salt's my jam. Garlic salt on everything.
Because you get a meal and you're like, oh, this needs more of this.
Let's add a little bit of spice. Did you just salt bay me?
Garlic bait. Yeah.
Okay. Make time to plan ahead and meal prep. You have to carve out time to meal prep, and you have to make it a priority, and meal prep does not have to take a long time. The food basically cooks itself. So just throw some chicken on a sheet, throw it in the oven, and it'll be ready in 30 minutes. And you could do a bunch of other stuff while it's cooking.
And again, this is another big self-awareness point.
Yes.
You know you have every night 3 hours to cook, and it's good for you? Great.
Meal prep should never take you 3 hours.
I'm just bullshit. If you want to be the fanciest cook on the planet.
You could get this shit done in 15 minutes.
But that's it. Or do you know, okay, I have about 10 minutes to myself this week, and this is when it can get done.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people, they get caught up in how long is this going to take.
It doesn't take long.
The food cooks itself. It may take you actual 2 minutes of work, and then the oven, the microwave, the stovetop, it does the rest for you.
Yeah, and what does it need? A lot of our clients, even on Zoom these days, are doing like little cooking, prepping parties.
Yeah, prepping parties.
Even for 10, 15 minutes to spice all that stuff together.
You can make it a party and make it fun.
It's actually pretty cool.
It is cool, actually.
But if you don't like people, it's probably not so cool for you.
Like Randy.
Yeah. But if you like people,
he hates everybody. Save and
not everybody.
save and store your recipes in my save.
Sorry, guys.
Save and store
If you
your
only knew.
recipes in MyFitnessPal for easy tracking in the future and for your favorite recipes. So if there's a recipe you like, if it's a chili, a soup, things that you have to make in bulk, yeah, it'll take a little bit of work in the beginning just to build that recipe in your MyFitnessPal, but you save it. So anytime you make that recipe again in the future, you have it easily accessible for you, and it's a quick
And it's
track.
another good point of having friends who are also prepping that can send you their recipes.
Share your recipes with
Seriously,
friends.
like actually makes life easy. If you have a friend that's maybe made something or had something before, it's like, hey, can you shoot me over what you put that in?
And that's what I love about the athletes we work with, our sponsored athletes, and our just like our real like
Kick-ass community members.
community members. You can reach out to them on social media, and they'll be like, "Yeah, this isn't a recipe that I made, and these are the macros
literally
for
shoot
it."
you over.
They're freaking awesome. So use each other. That's why we do these lives. It's a chance for the community to
And the
connect
Rev
with each
cookbook
other.
does happen to have the macros,
The Revolutionized cookbook is marvelous.
which I had zero to do with.
You literally had zero to do with it. But I
take
have to
credit for
say
it.
that the recipes have been awesome. We've been receiving pictures of the recipes everybody's been making from the cookbook,
Pinterest
and it
board,
is
yeah.
so much fun.
Pinterest boards are good ideas too. Yeah.
Pinterest boards are great. I collect so many recipes there.
Yeah, especially
Yes.
there's so many macro-friendly pages now that do this.
Oh, so many.
It's really cool. And again, you can get as fancy or boring as you want, so it's really kind of personal preference.
Yeah, I'm actually going to talk about that in
Me,
a
I'm a
second.
fancy little princess, but
You are
I also don't cook,
freaking princess.
so it's complicated.
Pain in my ass. The next one is ask for help, like you were just saying before. Ask your friends for
I
help.
need help with so much.
Yes.
So much.
He does. So please help him.
If you think I need help, I do.
He does. Tip: do not ever go to the grocery store hungry, and I'm sure many of you have heard this
Or
before.
Instacart hungry from the toilet.
That's the next one. Ew!
It may seem like a good idea. It's not.
Drop on a deuce.
As you're
I'm hungry.
As you're clearing out space, don't order more.
So again, don't go to the grocery store hungry. Shopping online will help you save time. I'll be honest with you. We Instacart everything, and it is so convenient.
It's pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
It's pretty cool. Just don't leave it outside for too long, or the squirrels will get into it. As they ate the whole batch of jelly rings that Randy
you know what?
ordered.
It was Loki's cousin, and I thought he deserved some.
I'm surprised they didn't die.
Well, we don't know that they didn't.
No, I saw them the next day. They're like, I ate all your jelly rings.
No, that me. That me in the train.
That was you in the dream. Buy in bulk to reduce the amount of grocery store trips that you make. So buy in bulk, and whatever you're not going to use that week, you pop in the freezer, like I was saying before.
And also Tupperware. Plastic forks and knives. These sort of things are silly, but always have a supply of them.
100%.
Like wherever you go.
He's correct. Bulk cooking, rice, veggies, meat, egg white muffins for breakfast, waffles, pancakes, sweet potato.
Some may
These
even
are
call them quiches.
quiches. These are all things that you could cook in advance, have them in your fridge, and save them. Amy's in the house. What's up, Aim? So you can do that as well. Some of our members need to prep their breakfast at night, so you can prep things like protein shakes, overnight oats, Greek yogurt, and cottage cheese parfaits. There's all these things that you can cook in
If you
bulk.
leave steak out on the desk all night, by
No.
morning, it's just, it's
Don't
not
do that.
frozen, and if you just go right
My
into
mom did that when she first met my dad, and she gave them both food poisoning.
it. Well, no, I mean, I imply you don't have to cook it. That's the cool part of it, because you build up a resistance that way.
Is that scientifically proven?
By my top scientists, Loki and Thor, yeah.
Oh my, I was so nervous that people are going to fall for your sarcasm.
Well, they're also chinchillas, so take their scientific research as you will.
I believe in their science.
I do.
Use your freezer and store pre-made foods. That's what I was just saying before.
It's also, if you make the big chili recipe, you make the big recipe.
Which I used to do all the time.
Yeah.
Chilies and stuff like that.
You make a whole big thing of chickens.
Chickens.
Hi, Mary.
Hi. Wash and prep your fruits and veggies ahead of time. This is something that you can do ahead of time. Keep it in your refrigerator for easy access throughout the week.
Or just eat them in your shower as you're getting ready in the morning. Quick, easy, clean fruit. You're ready to go. But nobody else keeps shower fruit.
I should do a video of that.
Shower fruit?
Shower.
Kind of like bed snacks, but shower
Bed
fruit.
snacks are. Prep smart, not hard. Time is a factor, so for a little extra money, you can get a lot of your pre-cut veggies, pre-shredded chicken, pre-sliced
Yeah.
London broils, grab and goes at the
At
supermarket.
supermarket, like honestly, I know I'm putting my own little flavor in here, but meal prep companies buying your own, like pre-prep protein is like the goal, the easiest thing about prep in my life.
It is.
I always find carbs and fats are not that hard to figure out.
No.
Protein,
Protein's
especially
protein.
good lean protein.
Correct. Speaking of protein, keep some cold cuts.
Cold kits.
Cold kits.
You can get
cold cuts
kits
and
of cold cuts. A charcuterie board, if you will. Even another.
you can keep these things
I actually have a nightly charcuterie board.
Slow cookers or pressure cookers are also great options and great habits to create. So you just throw all the ingredients in a pressure cooker. Your mom has a crazy awesome one where it cooks things in like half the time of what
Yeah,
you would
you
in the
guys,
oven.
every time you both cook up there, it's like I smell happiness.
They are so good. She cooked like a big roast in there. It was
Oh,
awesome.
that's right. That's where that was in.
Yeah, so learn how to use them because they will become
Or have
your
someone
best
that likes to
friend.
cook for you.
Oh, that's a good idea as well. And make it. You have to make your recipes enjoyable. So if you're a person, a creature habit that likes to eat the same thing every day, awesome.
Yeah.
If you're somebody that likes to change it up, awesome. Do what you
But also,
enjoy.
my advice on that, if someone likes to change it up, cook bland, add spices.
Add a little bit of spice.
Because you're not eating the same spice all week.
Exactly. So you can do that as well. Remember that flexible nutrition teaches you to eat all the foods you desire and not having to say, oh, this is my template and I have to eat what's on my template and oh, I can't eat chicken for meal 3. No, it shouldn't be that way. You might even have chicken prepped for meal 3, but you might say last minute, I want to change it up a little bit. And you can. When you do the flexible nutrition approach or you work with us, you learn how to be able to make those decisions on the fly.
And it's not how can I make a Pop-Tart instead of chicken, it's how can I make, I can really go for some fish today or some steak.
How many times did I prep chicken at Old Rev and at 7 in the morning I would go to ShopRite and buy a ring of shrimp cocktail because I was craving shrimp cocktail for some reason.
Maybe once if I recall.
I think it was every day for my entire prep of 2015.
Or there was the one time during prep where you're like, I need a long
Longhorn Steakhouse. I think it was 4 days in a row.
You're like, I need a ribeyes.
I
No,
drove,
it's fillets.
it was fillets. It was pepper crusted fillets, and I drove.
Again,
to
she didn't eat
Longhorn.
much of her fat that day, but
All my fats came from
it
that
was,
filet mignon.
something you gotta do what you gotta do.
Worth it. Worth it. So, a lot of it is trial and error and seeing what works for you, and that is okay. You might have an awesome day. You might have a day where you say, oh, God, that was terrible. I never want to do that again.
And again, also, there's gonna be days where you're perfect, days where you're not, days where you overthink, days where you underthink, days where you undertrack, days where you overtrack. As long as you're focusing and every day you're doing pretty good, it always evens out.
Yes.
I always like to say, your body doesn't have a 24-hour clock. It remembers what you did over the last month, year.
And cumulative effects.
So, a little off here, a little off there, don't kill yourself as long as it more or less averages out.
Yes. So this brings us to our next topic. What to look for in a meal prep company.
Apparently, this is Michelle's new OnlyFans account, and that's what it is.
As I was doing that, I was like, well, that was weird.
Is that what we do here?
So, I'll see you on my OnlyFans account.
As if our account drops, or either going to go way up or way down. Hi, Charlie.
Oh my God. Hey, Charlie, people are going to think I'm serious. I'm so sorry, everybody, for dealing with our train wreck of
Life.
TV you see before you. So what to look for in a meal prep company? As you guys know, we work with Eat Clean Bro, but there are so many meal prep companies out there that are closer to where people live and
People
so
might
forth.
have a different relationship with it, whatever.
Different relationships and so forth. So I'm speaking for everybody right now. When we work with Eat Clean Bro, if we work with a meal prep company, we are always going to suggest that you order off the a la carte menu or their bulk menu, where basically you would get a pound of chicken, a pound of broccoli, a pound of asparagus. Of course, making sure that all of these things preferably do not have any added oil or butters to them.
Those are the big. And most of these companies are either good with that or very good with the adjustment.
Yeah, like if you say, okay, I want the pound of broccoli, but I don't want sauteed broccoli, I need the steamed broccoli. As we know, the oil is going to add a ton of fats to it. If you're trying to track your macros, you need to know what's in
And
it.
as well, kind of like us, where I say our main clientele is obviously the everyday people. Most meal prep companies do the same thing as well, but you may see that some have more bodybuilders or athletes. Anybody that has the bodybuilders and the athletes, they can do the special requests you need.
Yes.
Especially in the a la carte menus.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm always going to suggest that. And then from there, you say, okay, I'm going to weigh out this much chicken from this batch, this much sweet potato, and then you piece it all together. Or you could be really lazy like me and just say, okay, by the end of this day, I will eat this whole pound of chicken. By the end of the day, I will eat this whole pound of broccoli, no matter how much I eat at one time.
Which is actually, that's my favorite move. It's
just so easy. I just eat it right out of the
this
container.
tub will be done by
I'm
today.
kind of a savage.
Yeah,
So,
or even just tub up meals. Like there's so many easy ways to do it.
Now, if you're ordering off of like Eat Clean Bro's like clean menu or any meal prep company where they have like
Pre-made
chicken,
meals.
rice, and asparagus, okay, it's a very clean meal. I would highly recommend that you weigh everything out when you receive it, just to make sure that the macros to what you're weighing equates to the macros they're claiming are in the meal. Now, granted, a lot of these companies do get larger and there can be error in this, and if you are a fine-tuning client, that is something that can affect you. Yes, okay, the food is fresh, the food is clean.
Yeah.
The food is high in micronutrients. However, there is still a caloric value to it. If a meal is off by 50 calories, no big deal. But if it's off by 100 and you're doing this for 4 meals a day, that's 400 calories.
And the biggest thing I say with this, like I said, if you're doing this and not knowing why you're stalling, this is where to look. If you're doing it, having zero problems, everything's going wonderful, don't drive yourself crazy.
Right.
But I always say when things stall, get a little more nitty-gritty with your tracking.
Correct.
Because a lot of times there's an error either on your end or on somewhere else's end.
Exactly.
And it's the worst when you would think you're being as good as possible and you're getting sabotaged.
Yes. So
Unintentionally, probably.
and this actually brings me to this huge topic about net carbs. And I get a little fired up about it, and it's really annoying. So this whole net carbs thing, honestly, is a huge marketing and advertising tactic that health food companies especially use to make food more appealing to dieters.
I'd say since the Atkins days, it always got its hit there. And then
Now, you need to understand that whether something is saying, if something's saying there's 30 carbohydrates in it, but there's only 2 net carbs in it, those 28 other grams of carbohydrate in it do have a nutritional value of 4 calories per gram. So calorically, yes, you are still getting all of your calories and energy from those carbohydrates. All carbohydrates will matter in this situation. They do all count. So it happens quite often, and it kind of sucks that a member will be stalling and can't figure out why, can't figure out why, until we realize, oh, you've been tracking net carbs this whole time, and you've been having an additional 80 grams of carbohydrate per day, which is bringing their calories up much higher out of maintenance, out of a deficit, and even going into surplus.
It's bad.
So when people fall for these tactics, if you will...
Sometimes not even false. Sometimes it's just you think you're tracking.
Right.
And it's just...
Right. So your net carbs are going to be your carbohydrates minus your fiber, grams of fiber, and even minus your sugar alcohols. Thank you. Sugar water. Sugar alcohols. So, like I said, say something has 30 carbohydrates in it, but most of it is coming from fiber and sugar alcohols. This all still has a nutritional value in your body.
And it's all started happening about. Usually the biggest culprits of this are going to be your health foods prepackaged.
It's always health foods.
You're never going to run into a broccoli.
No. It's a lot of marketing. Now, what I need to tell you guys about is, and this came to our attention recently, if you use an app such as MyFitnessPal, you can upgrade to premium. However, when you upgrade to premium, apparently, I could be wrong, but we're noticing this happening quite often.
So whether it's whatever.
It's automatically only tracking net carbs in foods, and I do not know why, but like I said, people are thinking that they're having 140 grams of carbohydrate a day when really they're having well over 200 grams of carbohydrate a day because of this automatic...
Whatever it is.
So it's something to be wary of.
Look in your settings. Make sure when it's saying you're tracking, it's tracking all carbs.
In addition to that, if you are scanning food in,
this is actually even bigger.
You need to look at what pops up and see if what pops up matches the nutrition label of that food. If that food says, the nutrition label says 30 grams of carbohydrate, but in your app only 2 carbs are popping up and it's only calculating your net carbs, you need to just delete that and type it in yourself and save it yourself.
And again, 99% of the time, this issue is really going to only happen with health foods.
And it's a pain in the ass, but...
Like Cheerios are usually going to pop in as Cheerios.
Exactly.
Milky Ways are going to come up right.
Even Cheerios was advertising themselves as a high-protein cereal.
But you know what? They're at least giving you the right macros for what they said they're giving you.
Exactly. It's not high-protein.
But that's
another story. So this is very important to keep in mind. Just watching out for net carbs and understanding all net carbs matter. There's a few meal prep companies that are selling certain meals and certain snack foods and only offering you the net carbs.
Again, they definitely have the full macros. Just ask.
You need to ask for the full macros. You need to make sure it's accurate. And ask us. Yeah. I was going to say use your common sense, but to be honest, this is not common sense.
Yeah, if you eat something and it tastes a little too good, or you're just, you're like, I'm wondering, since I started adding this in my progress, just ask.
Listen, I can get the ingredient list, I can get the amounts, and I can let you know exactly what's in it.
And kind of like I always say, worst case scenario, we're able to help you out. Best case, we learn something new and we help you out.
Yeah.
So there's really no losing in this situation.
Exactly. Like, we want to help you, and like even the meal prep companies, we're not saying don't use them at all.
You know what you're
doing.
Just
making sure that everything's accurate. it. That's all.
Yeah, and that's kind of what this is all about. It's if you're choosing to have a whole bunch of carbs, fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, and
But-
so like, as you guys know, we work with Eat Clean Bro. So we know that if you're getting their bulk menu items, like this is what we highly
Yeah.
recommend for people to make their achieving their goals a lot more easy.
it's the least error.
It is the least error.
On everybody's end.
On everybody's end. So those are just things to keep in mind with that.
But we're happy to work with you. Otherwise, these are also good things when you're meeting your nutritionist to talk about, for sure.
Yeah, I like this quote that I saw online. It was, instead of focusing on the little c, the carbohydrates, focus on the big C, the calories. So if you see an item that says there's only 2 carbs in it and nothing else, but it's 160 calories, focus on those calories and understand that the 2 carbs
Don't make sense.
doesn't make sense. Where's all this energy coming
Unless
from?
there's just 25, a ton of protein, a ton of fat.
Well, yeah, I'm saying
But
if there's nothing else.
I'm making a funny. I've been known to do those.
You're not funny. I'm just kidding.
Well, that's
You're
your
funny.
own preference. I think I'm very funny.
So I just wanted to mention that, again, carbohydrates have 4 calories per gram, so you can do the simple math on that as well.
And I think those are the biggest problems you see this time of year is people making mistakes in tracking by thinking they're going to just eat all of this magic bar or just eat all this. And this is kind of where these issues come in. As much as we like to say, hey, fit in some fun stuff when you can, the more fun stuff you fit in, the more...
Great. That's a great... I actually wanted to talk about that.
Let's go.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that.
Oh, and also, I'm sorry, we also talked about, too, the other day, the Bites, Licks, and Tastes with creamers, sugars, those things as well. If you want to talk about that as you go into this.
Absolutely.
Like,
so,
the
munching.
Not the munching, but like the...
Bites, Licks, and Tastes.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I used my word.
Mindless eating.
The stevia, the 1 calorie carb, the 1 calorie...
Oh, yeah.
Those things. Gum, if you're in a prepper.
Okay, so...
For a prepper, really not for everybody else.
Yeah, so like if you're fine tuning. So there's a lot of foods out there that will label themselves as I'll start with this one, as a 0 calorie
that's
food.
right where we need to be.
It's not a 0 calorie food. So things like Walden Farms. Okay, you guys know we sell Walden Farms. It says per serving it's 0 calories. That is because the FDA can claim something as 0 calories if it's below 5 calories per serving. Apparently, one bottle of Walden Farms has approximately 70 calories to a bottle.
Which
so it's
should be 0 for serving.
But just to know that it isn't actually
So
technically.
if you're chugging a half a bottle a day, it's got some calories.
Which we knew somebody that was.
Yeah. But more often we do see this when it comes to with sweeteners and stuff. Again,
Yes.
and gum. Like I would call everything of those 1 carb. That's the
One
safest way to
carb.
do it.
If you're having 20 stevias a day, it does accumulate.
It's more a problem when you're on prep and you know everything else is
You
so
and me
finely
both.
tuned, and then you're adding 10 carbs on top of it.
Yeah.
Normal people like me, it's not going to affect.
Again, this is like super.
But people in prep
fine
or
tuning.
people overdoing it with things they think are helping.
Yeah.
Sorry, but back to back.
And I love this question. So for anybody who's tuning in on our Facebook platform, Melissa, who's one of our athletes, wrote, how does the weight of food change when it is cooked? I always measure before it's cooked or buy prepackaged portions frozen. I'm thinking for meal prep companies if I need to weigh it cooked.
Yes, if you don't trust the numbers, weigh it and track it cooked.
So
If you think something's hinky going on.
yeah, so when I'm in prep, I always weigh everything out raw, personally. It does, so if you have chicken that's 6 ounces raw and it cooks down, it can lose like 2 ounces of water or from dehydrating as you cook it. It will not lose the protein value, but it did lose weight from water. So make sure that when you're weighing and measuring everything and tracking, if you're doing it raw, track it raw. If you're doing it cooked, track it cooked. Can there be a minute error if you track it cooked? Yes, because you can either have really juicy, succulent chicken or like how I have it, like jerky.
Yeah, but we're talking, it's really minute.
Minute. If
Even in
you're,
prep.
Yeah, prepackaged, just track it as it is. If it's cooked, track it as cooked. If it has a barcode scanner, even better.
But if you get prepped food and you're questionable about it, track it yourself as cooked.
Yeah, and then thinking for meal prep companies, if I need to weigh it cooked.
Yeah.
Meal prep, weigh it cooked, definitely.
Even if you're just double checking them.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they may weigh their macros may be raw. Like you never know.
Yeah, 100%.
And
And you could always shoot it over to us and be like, hey, does this make sense? Or compare it with like the USDA. Just go on Google and look up like USDA cooked chicken. Find whatever option in MyFitnessPal is the most
But we're happy to
comparable.
help with that. For
Yeah,
sure.
we'll help with it. Like I've had people send me 3 different cooked chickens and be like, which is the best one, and I'll tell them.
And also too, this is actually our staff does a lights out job of shooting over literature. So if these are questions you have, sometimes either ask them if they can send you over a welcome packet again, or look back into your welcome packet.
Look in your welcome packet. I can't tell you how much
There's a wild amount of good
wonderful
information
is in
which
there.
chicken to use, which everything to use.
How to track alcohol. It's very, very
One
insightful.
day we have to do a whole live on what's in the welcome packet.
I don't even know what's in the welcome packet anymore.
It's pretty welcoming. That's what I know. Not to my type, but to others, it's very welcoming.
Touching on New Year's resolutions. So, okay, I do this every year.
She got very tired. I don't know what just happened.
I do this every year. So, this is the time of the year where individuals go to pretty extreme tactics to lose weight. That's like the most common
Yeah,
thing.
I've actually even not had a regular soda every day, so
You did almost pass out in the gym the other day.
Well, I'm pretty extreme, bro. I'm pretty hardcore.
He did, it's true. So this is the time of the year that back when we used to be personal trainers, and to this day we still hear these terrible stories, where people code. They literally pass out in the corner because they are starving themselves, and they went from 0 to 100 with their workouts. They literally don't have enough fuel or endurance to be able to do the things they want to do. Again, it's very extreme measures, and they want fast results and a little bit of desperation, and it ends up getting them passed out in a corner.
Marathon, not a sprint.
Almost happened to him.
Marathon, not a sprint.
So things to just keep in mind. I see a lot of cleanses this time of the year. I fucking hate them. Let's be honest. For the people who...
We have a ton of literature on that.
We have a ton of literature on that. If you even make it through your juice cleanse of 3 days, 5 days, whatever it is, most people don't even make it through. They make it through 1 day or 2 days, and then they go
the weight's
on a binge.
back on, and then you start, whatever.
And it's not real weight. It is not real weight. You're literally just clearing out your digestive tract, basically. Or they finish the cleanse and they go right back to old habits. They have not learned anything. They have not applied anything that they have learned. And next thing you know, they're cooking a ton of food and literally binging. I'm not talking just overeating. I'm talking about a full-blown binge. Meanwhile, I'm over here using extreme tactics to gain weight. That's the complete opposite. Yeah. Well, we got to talk that. We'll talk.
Does it count if I'm failing to do my extreme methods and then failing to have results, so I'm just stuck at where I am? By doing nothing. But I can call it that I tried something, it didn't work out.
Just do nothing.
But I act like I did something. I actually saw a video of someone I'm going to work out for Instagram, and they showed her running onto the track, picture squirting water on her head, picture running, like it was a joke.
That's fun.
But I enjoyed that.
I do enjoy that too.
Sorry, that's what I got, people.
That.
That's my addition to tonight's
So
podcast.
whatever you're doing for your New Year's
Do it for the
resolutions,
gram.
or don't do it for the gram. Find something that is sustainable, something that you know you 100% can do forever. It needs to be sustainable, something that involves a true, proper education, something that you could stick to consistently. Do not keep throwing yourself through these yo-yo fad diets, through hurting yourself, really.
You nailed it, Jen. It's just
It's
a lot
water.
of water, poop, water and poop at best.
Yep, exactly.
Sometimes even worse.
Exactly. You're eating solid food. The weight of food needs to go somewhere. It has nothing to do with your fat loss at all.
But I mean, we have so much stuff in there. You guys are interested in that.
Yeah.
I don't even want to spend too much time on it.
Yeah, 100%. So, and you're 100% right there. So just watch out for these extreme fad diets. Watch out from these people that are telling you to have these 1,000 calories and then go train really hard.
Yeah.
You're passing out detoxes, cleanses, binges.
The best thing I'd say if you want something extreme is go all whole foods and don't do anything repackaged.
Right.
But, like, if that's your extreme
if that's
thing,
your extreme, I'd
fine.
rather you eat food.
So then you learn what you like, learn how to cook, and then you add in some fun stuff after.
Yeah.
But outside of that, or cut it out. You want to much? Cut it out. Go for 90 days.
See what happens.
You'll
there.
have way better results than any fucking product.
Yeah.
Anything else, sorry.
But this all differentiates person to person. Like when you work with us, we teach you how to eat and to enjoy and to incorporate alcohol and incorporate your chocolate or your ice cream. But it leads people to find these sustainable approaches. They don't feel restricted. They don't feel deprived. They feel healthy. They learn moderation. They learn that they can hit their goals without going to these extreme measures and not hurting themselves. And that is the goal. It's longevity. It's sustainability. Something that you can be consistent with and proud of.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to say stupid jokes, but you've heard them.
You've heard them all before.
Or about me having a robot body, all that shit.
So these are the things to keep in mind when it comes to meal prep. Using a meal prep company. Again, eatcleanbro.com/rev. Just add /rev to the end of the website.
Pin it on there? Like
yeah, I'm actually going to. I'm going to pin you. What's wrong with me?
Yeah.
All right, you guys are going to see. You're going to see a
steak right now.
I will. How do I? It's not even letting me type right now. Why won't you let me type? Oh, there you go.
Yes,
All right.
you nailed it, Len.
I didn't even get to read Len's comment
It's an
yet.
investment in education.
It is 100%. Let's do that.
Yeah. And as always, we have a ton of good videos on the website, on the YouTube, ton of blogs on the website.
On the YouTube, on the Facebook.
On the YouTube. I'm very old, as you will all know.
But yeah, Len, and you're awesome, man. It is an investment in education and being able to apply that. And what I always say every time, if you have a flat tire, don't slash the other three. If you have a day that's not
Steal somebody
perfect,
else's car that's working better.
you know, don't beat yourself up over it. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel like you have to restrict your calories. Don't feel like you have to beat yourself up in the gym the next day. If you had a bad day, you had a bad day. You get right back on track.
Get back to normal. You know, if we're playing a game and, you know, you're playing football and you have a game plan, it just doesn't work out for the first drive, but you do it the rest of the game, works out great. You don't throw away the whole game plan. It just didn't work one drive.
Right. So keep those things in mind.
Be Bill Belichick.
No, Belichick.
Cheat, lie, and steal to win.
God, I hate this so much.
And draft weirdos from Walgreens to just win. And that's nutrition.
And that's on nutrition. So if you guys have any questions, please drop in the comments right now. We are happy to answer any questions you have about meal prep. I'm trying to think if there's anything else regarding meal prep.
Well, Tom Brady says eat avocado shakes, but no, he's not in the Patriots anymore, so we don't have to listen to him.
Little things like when you're tracking your oatmeal and your rice, weigh and measure it and track it as is. So again, I prefer to do everything raw and track it as raw before it's cooked. See, in your opposite.
I find it easier if you're cooking a big pile of it and you weigh it out separately as you're eating it.
Yeah, because I will tell you right now, a half a cup of raw
is close to what, 2?
Rice and a half a cup of cooked rice are very different macronutrients.
Yeah, we've seen that
it's
go
literally
quite a few
double.
times.
Yeah, so make sure you're just weighing, measuring, and then tracking however it is.
Back in the day when I used to actually write programs, I was the culprit of writing that wrong.
Every time.
Every time. Luckily, my clients are smarter than me.
He would write 1 cup rice and like cooked or uncooked. Like, you need to know these things.
Oh my God, whatever you feel like is right. That's not what I would say.
This is what I'm doing.
That is probably what I'd say.
You know, it is what he said. So, and this is why when everybody says, I want to work with Randy, I say don't. Don't work with Randy. You work with our staff because they are freaking phenomenal and they will do a much better job than this guy right here.
I can pose pretty good in bikini, that's about it.
You pulled your calf posing in a bikini.
But
posing for a bikini,
but
not
it wasn't,
in a bikini.
But I wasn't not posing well.
He posed well and he pulled his calf.
It was pretty bad.
Atrocious. So, any questions you have, if Kelsey's tuning in or any of our staff is tuning in right now, feel free to drop any tips that you have that we may have missed.
Amy might have any concussion-related tips.
Amy, I hope her head's feeling better. She's doing good. She's a rock star.
Of course she is.
She's a rock star.
I know she is. But otherwise, DM us, email us, text, whatever.
So set up your complimentary initial consultations with us. If you're not already working with us and you're thinking about it, our schedule has been pretty crazy right now, as
especially
it
on the
is
weekends.
Especially the weekends, and obviously around the new year. So reach out to us, revolutionizenj@gmail.com, or our office line is 732-462-5326, and our receptionist can get you guys set up for a complimentary initial consultation and Fit 3D scan. We are a very no-pressure environment. We're super chill, so if you want to get set up, awesome. If you want to go home and think about it, awesome.
And as always, we do have our referral program that always is going on.
Referral program. So if you refer a friend, you will earn $25 off your next month per person you refer. So if you were,
especially around this time of year, kick some butt with that.
We have people that have earned free memberships with us, which is freaking awesome. So we love that. We want you guys to have amazing results, and we want you to share this journey with your friends and family.
And when you have a little team, it helps too.
We love getting teams together.
It's cool.
Whether it's husband and wife or like a group of friends together.
So we have some fun stuff going on.
We have a lot of cool stuff going on. So just keep those things in mind, everybody.
And as well, is there anything you wanted to talk about next week? We have some ideas that we have, but but if there's stuff you guys wanted to talk about, please let us know, because otherwise you get to hear what I want to talk about. Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that. We want to give the people what we want, what they want.
More Randy.
No. Everybody loves you.
That's if you know me. I'm just a little child that constantly needs attention. She was working in the office, and I was attacking her. Hey, Robbie, that's just talking.
Hey, Robbie. What's up, man?
Your tuna and rice looks
really
good.
We like your tuna and rice. We're talking about meal prep.
It actually looked really good. The tuna and rice you prepped.
Perfect. Got to give you some love there.
Yeah. That's all.
That's all I had to say about that.
Peace be with you. Peeps.
Free punches to Randy. If anybody wants to punch Randy in the
Hawaiian
face,
punches.
They are free, and we would love for you to participate in that. All right, everybody. Meal prep on point. On point. All right, everybody. Have bland but effective.
Honestly, it looked delicious to me. It didn't look bland.
Actually, wait, is that what inspired you to start eating tuna lately? Robbie Guns.
My tuna's not his tuna.
Rob, you have no idea. Randy, the last 2 days, Randy out of nowhere starts eating tuna. Now we know why. Thank you for that. He's making healthy life decisions because of you.
Well, my tuna's not healthy, but it's better.
It's
It's
better.
better.
It's better than a freaking calzone or
Is it
something.
though?
I don't know. All right, guys, that's all for tonight. Contact us if you need help with anything, if you want to get started with us, if you just want to ask us questions. We're super chill. We're very accessible. And follow along. And we will see you guys next Wednesday at 7, Rev TV.
Love you guys. Stay sane. Stay safe.
Boom. All right, I'm going to turn this off, but make sure I don't start talking before I turn it off.
She gonna talk.
Bye, everybody.
She gonna talk.
Bye.